Hi everyone, we're on Spotlight. Today we have a very special guest because he's passionate about something that you and I do not know anything about.
Much about.
Yeah, he is into soil-less farming. You don't need lupa. It's called hydroponic, or there's another one, aquaponic farming. May I present to you Attorney Vincent Noel
Hi
Aureus.
sir, magandang hapon po.
He's better
magandang
known
umaga.
as Aureus.
Yes, people call me Aureus. And,
Why Aureus to start with?
um, nung grade school kasi ako, sir, there were two Vincents di ba, sa class. And somebody had to end up using the last name.
And that is
Oo.
you.
Otherwise, it gets confusing, di ba? People go, "Where's Vincent?" Then two people will raise their hand. So let's avoid that situation.
Nag-stick na.
Somebody sticks with Vincent, somebody sticks with the last name. I stuck with the last name.
At least Aureus is also a first name. I guess it's the name of an emperor. Or
Hindi
maybe
ko sure.
Aurelius siguro.
Or you
So
sound
tell us
noble.
about soilless
Yes.
farming.
What is soilless farming?
Right now po kasi, if you check yung yung
Attorney,
sobrang...
sandali, I forgot something.
Yes po.
My name is Jojo Silvestre. I'm with my editor, Dina
Dina.
Ventura.
Okay, sige. Kasi po right now, there's a shift happening like from vast tracts of land sa provinces where farming is conducted. Yung logistics involved there and everything, and of course there's climate change, the weather is changing also, unpredictable, pati yung water supply. So there's a tendency to shift towards moving the farms closer to the points of consumption,
The cities.
the cities. Diba? That's where urban farming is gaining traction.
Okay.
But the problem with urban farming is that, yun nga, limited spaces.
Yeah.
So if it's limited space, you have to make the most out of the limited space that you have.
Yeah.
And in order to make the most out of it, you need to utilize modern technologies that provide more productivity, even though mas limited yung inputs. And dyan papapasok yung concept of soilless farming. Primarily, yung sikat po dyan is, first is the hydroponics, and second yung aquaponics.
Anong kaibahan?
Well, the primary distinction would boil down po dun sa source of the nutrients. Kapag hydroponics, yung source ng nutrients dyan, sir, is may dalawa kang parang bote na ang pinakasikat dyan yung snap solution galing UPLB. Solution A, solution B, itatakal mo yan, sir, halo mo sa tubig, then ayun na yung gagamitin ng mga halaman para lumago. Tubig lang talaga. Then after that cycle, you throw out the water na, diba? Kapag aquaponics naman, ang source ng nutrients would be primarily the fish waste.
Pag-aqua.
Pag aquaponics. So pag aquaponics, may isda. Kapag hydroponics, wala. Because
Okay.
hydroponics means working with water, di ba? Hydro, then ponics is to work.
To work. Okay.
Pag aquaponics, aquaculture, then hydroponics, you merge it together.
Okay.
What kind of plants can grow with just water?
Oo.
Practically everything, so long as yung gusto niyang pH level is between the well, for aquaponics dapat 6.8 to 7 yung pH level.
It has to be exact.
That range, within that range, because an aquaponics is an ecosystem eh. You have to take care of the fish, you have to take care of the plants, then you have to take care also of the beneficial bacteria that allows this entire system to harmonize eh. You don't have that problem kapag hydroponics. Kasi hydroponics ang may pakikalang would be the plants eh. But aquaponics, you have to balance so many factors, di ba? You have to balance.
So kahit kalabasa, talong, sitaw,
Yes po.
everything, roses, sampagita,
Yes.
but not a coconut tree.
Not yet.
Okay.
Cannot.
I want to see one kasi nakakita na ako, sir, ng kunyari, they grow papaya. Di ba? They grow
wow.
grapes.
Ha?
I have grapes in my system right now growing, diba? And after siguro end of this year, I'd start pruning it para yung bloom ng next batch of leaves kasama na yung fruits.
Tell me about your system. What
Yeah.
system are you talking about?
Is it
I'm more
another term for
into
garden?
fancy term for garden.
Garden.
Oo.
I'm more into aquaponics talaga, diba?
Okay.
Yung hydroponics,
May
basic
fish.
lang ako dun. But the reason why I like aquaponics is because it's an ecosystem eh, di ba?
Yun yung may fish.
Yung may fish.
Okay.
Like, for example, you have your fish already. Ito kasi yung history, sir, kwento ko
Okay,
lang.
tell us.
Ang,
Please call me Jojo.
Jojo.
Sir Jojo. Actually, ang history ng aquaponics, matagal na yan. Yung mga ancient civilizations, if I'm not mistaken, yung Aztecs. Pati, actually, lahat sila nagki-claim dyan eh, di ba? Meron silang farming technique na
Tagal na pala.
kasama dun sa mismong kasama dun sa, kunyari, malaking lake. Sa lake mismo, meron silang mga, they call it like rafts. Tapos sa rafts mismo, doon sila nagtatanim. So, ina-absorb
okay.
ng halaman yung nutrients sa tubig.
But that is possible. Talagang pwede nga.
Yes po, and they've been doing it since time immemorial. Now, fast forward several hundreds of years later, na-rediscover yung technology.
How come it was
Na-rediscover siya.
forgotten in the first place?
Oo nga.
Kasi people are more into traditional farming and there seems to be like this romantic attachment with soil. Kasi
Yeah.
sobrang daming soil, why shift to this? Lahat naman may lupa, di ba?
Ano ang iyong input? Do you still need fertilizer and all that?
Kapag sa hydroponics, yung solutions A and B mo na, those are the fertilizers already. So wala ka na isa-supplement more or less.
You buy the solution.
Yes. And right now, maraming business, ayan, they sell the solutions.
What is the content of the solution?
Yung nutrient requirements po ng mga halaman. So that's NPK, yung primary macronutrients, and yung secondary primary, then yung micronutrients, nandiyan yung iron, nandiyan yung magnesium, lahat nandiyan na, sir. Kasi they were able to determine sa hydroponics, they were able to determine kung ano yung nutrient requirements ng mga halaman. And I was talking to si Professor Sache from CLSU.
Okay.
He's considered as the Philippine father of soilless agriculture.
Oh.
He had a Fulbright scholarship. He studied abroad also. Then he brought the technology here.
Yes.
When was this? How long ago?
Nag-OFW siya nung mga 90s if I'm not mistaken. Then he saw, kasi agricultural engineer siya. Tapos when he went back here, sobrang dismayado siya. Bakit sobrang backward ng techniques natin pagdating sa farming? Diba? And when he was talking to his peers about it, let's go soilless, diba? More productivity, less inputs, wala masyadong waste sa tubig. People were actually laughing at him. Ngayon look who's laughing, diba?
Yeah.
Now, so yun, yung nutrient requirements ay na yung magpapakain dun sa halaman.
So tell me about yung plantation.
I actually have like more or less 36 square meters sa family home. Actually, the property is owned by my sisters, but they were kind enough, they were magnanimous enough to let me start digging stuff there, building structures on the side.
Tapos, saan nakalagay? Are these plates hanging? Ano ito?
What does it look like?
Vases?
What does a hydroponics garden look like?
Pag hydroponics, usually meron lang, nakita yung mga styrofoam boxes. Yung lalagyan ng mga prutas.
Yeah.
That's the easiest type of hydroponic system.
Parang ice box?
Key system. Yeah. Yung ganun lang, tanggalin nila yung tuktok, lagyan nilang plastic lining, tapos yung nutrient solution, mix na, check nila yung EC, pati yung TDS, tapos ipapatong nila yung cover, yung tuktok bubutasan nila, tapos may mga cups, yung cups, lasin nila yung gilid, tapos lalagay sila ng seedling. Paglagay ng seedling, ipapatong dun sa container, tapos tumatama sa tubig.
Okay.
So mag-wick yung nutrient rich water, tapos tutubo na. Tapos may iba nang ginagawa sa hydroponics, yung they call it nutrient film technique. May mahaba ka namang para mga tubo. Tapos same principle, butas-butasan mo, lagay ka doon ng mga cups, tapos sa tubo. From one end, papasok yung nutrients, usually may pump ka dyan, tapos medyo tilted sa paganan para babalik. So nag-recirculate. Ganun lang siya.
Ano naman ang mga tanim mo?
Right now, I have rosemary, I have basil, I have tomatoes, I have grapes, I have chilies, I have lettuce, I have kale, and different varieties of all of those.
Pwede
Kaya
rin siya
masaya rin siya. Masaya rin siya, sir.
Greek party, Mediterranean. Diba?
Salad.
Nandun yung fish. Pati yung kale, kasi now you can buy this, kasi kale is very expensive, di ba?
Oo.
You can buy it, siguro, magkano ba yun sa Pag grocery, siguro 800 to 1,000 per kilo. More or less.
Talaga? Oh.
Pag doon ka pa sa mga, yung mas expensive, yung mga Sunday market, sometimes
Ay,
they sell it a
ganun
little
pala.
over $1,000.
But you can plant it,
You can plant it. You can.
So, magkano ang cost?
Depende. If you want, the more pleasing to the ICER system is, the more expensive it becomes.
Okay.
So, but if you want to recycle lang yung mga nakuha mo, it's very cheap actually. Like kunwari, yung styrofoam box, you can get that for free sa market. But may iba dyan, binibenta na kasi nakikita nila yung hidden value in it. They sell it like for 35 pesos per box. So if you get that for free, you just buy the solutions, you buy the cups, you can even get cups anywhere.
Where can you buy the solutions?
UPLB, UP Los Baños, they sell it for, pag doon ka bibili, of course, mas mura. But the
Punta ka pa
travel, the
doon.
distance, diba? Tapos, yun yan, that's the cuts. There are resellers here in Metro Manila na, may patong na, of course, diba? But the number of plants that you can grow using just those 2 bottles, marami.
So, what do you do with your produce, your
I
harvest?
consume, personally, I consume it with the family. Yung iba, of course, you give it away to friends. I'm not into selling it yet because kapag kumausap ka ng mga mabentahan mo, especially restaurants, may minimum quantity yung order the volume.
Okay.
Hindi kaya I mean, ang dami kasi. So, just for family consumption.
But are there a lot of people now who are into soil agriculture?
A lot is relative A lot compared to before. Kasi of course, nobody thought that you can actually go soilless when it comes to agriculture.
So interesting.
But now, it's growing It's growing. But compared to how other countries are presently situated when it comes to this kind of technology, we are way behind.
Really?
Yes, we are way behind.
But how many Filipinos do you think are in this kind of gardening or farming?
Yeah, what's the proper term to call it?
Siguro urban farming?
Urban farming.
Pag urban farming, may traditional kasi, tas may modern Yung modern yung soilless. If we stick to soilless, there's no hard data yet But I'm just basing my kumbaga educated guess based on dun sa mga Facebook groups.
Okay.
May mga Facebook groups na kasi, may Aquaponic Enthusiast Philippines, may Aquaponic Pinoy, ganyan. And I also have a group, Metroponics naman po. It's Aquaponics in Metro Manila. Siguro,
how many are you?
yung sa Metro Manila, yung Aquaponics in Metro Manila, it's a new group just 4 months ago. Mga 850 na yung members.
Aba?
Ang dami.
Oo.
Not bad. Walang boost, walang advertisement. But the other groups, they've been around for 5 years, 6 years siguro. They have around siguro 10,000 members.
Alaki.
So I'm thinking, siguro more or less sa Philippines, baka mga 20,000, 30,000 people based on yung Facebook group presence.
Pretty big.
But it's growing.
Why do people like it? What are the advantages?
I'll give you an example. I gave a talk po sa Gawad Kalinga, Cavite.
Okay.
Tapos I showed them a picture. May nakita silang parang malaking Lawa is lake, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Tama. Or malaking parang lake na medyo murky water, 'di ba? As far as your eyes can see, wow, 'di ba? You'd think that it's actually a lake, but it's not. I told them that's actually the strawberry fields up in Baguio.
Huh?
Diba? Grabe yung ulan. Nagkaroon ng flooding. Everything wiped out. Imagine. Tapos biglang I saw them another picture. Nag-apologize yung isang supplier ng vegetables because the floods, because of the traffic, or it was too dangerous to go down from Baguio all the way to Metro Manila. The logistics involved in the changing climate and all the risks involved, the variables, make food supply unreliable. Diba? So how do you solve that unreliability and unpredictability? Why not just grow your own? Doon papasok And besides that, papasok din dyan yung yung appeal of knowing how you were able to grow your crops eh. Yung food purity kumbaga. 'Di ba? When you say food purity, yung free from harmful chemicals, harmful pesticides, harmful.
Kailangan na natin ng kanya.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kasi
that's true.
like I was at CLSU, I was talking to a professor, tapos sabi niya sa akin, alam mo attorney, marami dyan sinasabi walang harmful pesticides, but maraming meron pa rin because of the quantity that you're going to you're going to produce. Inevitably, if the variables are there which will attract large tracts of of pests, they will come. They really will come and the risks involved in losing that entire harvest is too much. That's why they really will spray. But like kunyari, may kunento sa akin sir na na yung strawberries na wala daw. Pag di mo yung strawberry, sobrang ganda. Not unless it's grown indoors, imposible. Tapos if you look at the leaves, makita mo may residue na blue.
Bakit?
Apparently, they say it's organic, they say na kumbaga walang pesticides, but they have to use those pesticides but they spray it at night. Para hindi kita ng mga magpuputol-putol yung diba, yung mga turista. So minsan mas scary pa yan because you think that there are no pesticides used, so your guard is down.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos kain ka ng kain, tapos ayan na, diba? Of course, hindi ka matepo kaagad, but in the long-term perspective,
Your health.
diba, the health will really suffer. You get your cancer, you get your different kinds of of illnesses. So.
Yan bang kuwan, yung hydroponic farming or a farm? How large can
You go.
can I have a 10-hectare?
Yes.
It doesn't matter, no?
Modular siya, it can be expanded As a matter of fact, they have mega farms. For example, in Hong Kong, meron na sila. In Oman, meron sila. They're building in China. In the United States, meron na. In the Philippines, yung super duper large scale commercial farm na hydro or aquaponics. Actually, hydroponics meron Diyan sa Tagaytay. Actually, I've been there. Ang balita sa akin, they supply for shakies and Sofitel yata ng mga kamatis and bell peppers. Hydroponics Yeah.
Talaga.
Meron silang malaking chamber tapos nakaparang drip irrigation sila. So, makita mo hili-hilera ng mga kamatis.
So parang yung sinasabi mo, like yung traditional farming, kalimutan na natin yan. Mag-go to
Hindi naman
hydroponics
kalimutan,
na lang.
but there are types of crops that are better grown using this kind of technology. Kasi definitely, when it comes to initial cost, mas mura yung traditional. Diba? But in the long-term perspective, it's not resilient the traditional mode. Like pag bumagyo, kapag drought, 'di ba? Paano ka 'di ba? Kaya ginagawa nila, binabahayan nila yung that's why you have your greenhouses.
Okay.
Para kahit tumama yung yung typhoon, 'di ba? Buhay, 'di ba? But yun nga lang, yung initial output,
It's more
mapagastos
expensive
ka talaga.
because of the equipment, the water.
The water,
So,
the
magkano?
pump, electricity.
Pag 36 square meters.
I call mine a hobby.
So magkano?
Kasi I had so many mistakes along the way. 'Di ba? Dumugo pa ako, na hospital pa ako kasi hindi naman ako carpentero but the carpenter stopped appearing 'di ba? Diba, may usapan biglang sabi ko, okay naman yung yung rates natin, maayos usapan. Hindi sumulpot. So may parts ako na naglalagari. But may sense of achievement But if you want yung kunyari, yung hydroponic system na mura lang, yung kunyari is 1 square meter. 1 square meter siguro kasi diyan mga 6 na yung boxes ng fruits that I was talking about.
Yeah.
So yung 6 na yan, per box can probably grow around 8 heads of lettuce, 8, 16, 24, di ba? Tapos 48. 48, if you can get it for free, you can get it for free. Yung plastic, you can get it anywhere naman. Ang gagastos mo lang dyan would be the nutrient solutions. And the nutrient solutions, if you go for UPLB, if you buy it in Manila, ang retail niyan mga 380 to 450, depende sa sa source. But if you buy it sa UPLB, it's only assuming di pa nila iniiba yung presyo, it's 250.
Pero yun ba pwede kahit iba? Hindi ba there are certain plants that can only grow sa tropical and then yung and all
Yes,
that?
may varieties.
So there are certain plants that you cannot grow sa
Pag hydroponics, mas ito lang, paano ba masabi to? Punta mo tayo sa aquaponics. Sa aquaponics
Okay.
kasi, di ba, you have to balance yung interest ng fish, ng beneficial bacteria that turn the fish waste into something usable,
Yeah.
tapos yung crops mo. So, limited ka ng pH na 6.8 to 7. Only crops that can flourish in that pH range ang kaya mag-grow sa aquaponics. But at the same time, that's practically everything. With the exception of yung mga berries, di ba? Berries like it a little bit acidic eh. Na pag hydroponics, you don't have that limitation. So, kahit ano, pwede.
Pwede.
Ang ginagawa dyan, ma'am, kunwari, may gusto kang mangga na sobrang tamis. Ang ginagawa nila, kuha sa'yo ng lupa kung saan nagtumutubo yung matamis na mangga. They put it in water, tapos let it stay there. Then they compute, they read the data, yung proportion ng NPK, proportion ng micronutrients, then they recreate that solutions A and B. Diba? That's how they copy it.
Meron kang group, parang hobby group, a study group of that group with whom you can share your
passions,
Oo.
knowledge.
Meron ka bang
Marami online right now.
Okay.
But the group I started is Metroponics, di ba? Aquaponics, specifically Metro Manila area. Because I'm focusing on urban farming sa
Guys,
cities.
Metroponics.
Yes.
How many members do you have?
Right now, after 4 months of being operational, there are around 850.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
ah.
not bad. Walang boost yun, walang advertisement. It's more of an organic
Ano yung
organic
composition
group.
ng membership niyo mga? So you have day jobs and you're just really hobbyists?
Yes. Mga hobbyist,
Anong mga line of work nila?
halo-halo May mga abogado rin, iba naman na mga parang may sundalo yata, iba naman I check the insights yung Facebook group, di ba? Pala nag-page ako kasi mas marami insights na pati hindi ko alam yun no? Lesson learned, no? So, group, insights, karamihan actually, majority lalaki. Age group, mga 25 to 35.
Okay.
Maraming babae din.
Professionals.
Yeah. Then, marami. Tiga Metro Manila talaga.
Tapos yung mga, nila, their gardens.
They share it. They share din.
So,
Tapos nagkakaroon ng exchange.
Oo nga.
Ano yung design, okay ba to? Or ganyan. May bagong pesting bumisita sa farm, di ba? Ano ba yung effective methodology to get rid of this? I have a problem with the pH, for example. Or kumbaga, namatayan ako ng isda. Or
Ano
paano
ba ang
magluto ng isda. Lahat nandun.
Ano ba ang risks pag hydroponic or aquaponic? What do you try to avoid?
When you say risk, yung tipong what can go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, pag sa hydroponics, ang sakit kasi ng hydroponics is first and foremost, monocrop siya. Like since solutions A and B, yung solutions na to is geared towards a particular kind of crop. Like kunwari, kung for lettuce yan, most likely puro lettuce lang mo. Good luck trying to grow tomatoes using this. Now, aquaponics does not have that problem kasi mas dynamic di ba?
That's why you like it.
Yes. Kasi right now, ang dami nagpapatubo ng lettuce. Now, of course, if there's an oversupply, tapos the demand is like this, magkakaroon ng problema magkakaroon ng wastage How do you shift away if you need to suddenly pivot, di ba? You don't have that problem kapag aquaponics. Kasi you can grow a variety of crops all together in the single system.
Yun ang maganda doon.
And best of all dyan, there was a study Pagdating sa productivity, mas magandang growth ng crops sa aquaponics in the long-term perspective.
Because?
Kasi self-regulating ecosystem siya Unlike for example being limited with solutions A and B, di ba? Tapos maliban dyan, yung catch nga lang is, ang hydroponics, yung pag-set up mo, mabilis. Di ba? Halo ka lang, timpla, good to go ka na
Okay ka na.
Ang aquaponics, titimplahin mo pa yung gusto ni isda, titimplahin mo pa yung gusto ng mga halaman, timplahin mo pa yung gusto ng ng beneficial bacteria. It takes time to mature it It takes time, mga 3 to 6 months. But after nun, pack.
You can leave it alone. Ganun.
May maintenance pa rin naman, but
Or
not as much as compared to traditional agriculture. Kasi raised bed siya hindi ka nagaganon-ganon, hindi ka na magmamulch ng ng soil, 'di ba? Hindi ka na magtatanggal ng mga
Dahon-dahon.
dahon-dahon kung saan-saan.
How does a lawyer find time for this?
You find time for what you love. That's what I learned diba? You find time for what you love.
Are you doing something para ma-legislate yan?
Sana nga, no? That's a good idea, sir. That's a good idea, Jojo, diba? Baka pa pwedeng support. Actually, merong may recent batas yung Startup Yata Innovation Act.
Urban agrarian, ano?
Kasama
Kaya
yun, sir,
kailangan
parang
natin
in government support for new technologies, especially when it comes to food security and agriculture.
Lalo pa, talking about food security. Pero sa ngayon, sa daming yan, how much do you think? You have 800, you have how many enthusiasts? Are they contributing substantially to our food needs? Ano kaya?
Right now, of course, yung home needs muna, 'di ba?
At least.
Yes, at least
Grow
that's
your own food.
grow your
Oo.
may tinatawag nga kaming grow home revolution, 'di ba?
Gusto
Grow
ko
home.
yan. I like that.
Maganda yan. Ha?
But besides this, you have to look at it from the medium term and long term perspective eh. The trend is towards this eh.
Yes.
Like of course, yung mga lupa nako-convert na into like residences, 'di ba?
Oh,
Yung anlayo
we're seeing that
masyado.
a lot.
So, what they do with this, you have no other option but to grow at home.
Pero hindi pwede ang rice pala, ano?
Actually, may isang hydroponics farmer sa Zambales, pangalan niya si
Really?
Rafael, tapos yung kanyang farm is Zenor Farms.
Okay. And
Tapos
then,
he's experimenting with rice.
na nakalutang, ha?
Yes po, meron siyang nutrient fill NFT system, may mga tubo siya. Tapos doon tumutubo yung mga rice niya.
Tumutubo na.
Tumutubo.
Pwede naman
Nilalike ko
kasi.
nga yung pictures eh. Oo.
I hope it succeeds.
Do you remember sa elementary yung kukuha ka ng buto ng monggo?
Munggo.
Tapos ilalagay mo sa tubig.
Yes.
And then
Tingnan mo
after
yan.
that, tumutubo na.
Yes,
ha?
yes.
So I think it can be, it's really very possible. No?
And it's being done.
Oo.
Sa Philippines,
Large scale.
sa Philippines the shift is coming eh. It's not yet kumbaga full scale already, but ayun yung patutunguhan eh.
Doon
Diba?
din.
Doon din eh. I mean, how do you turn agriculture into a climate resistant agriculture, diba?
Tsaka
No
sa
choice ka.
Space. Yung space din, di ba? Yung traditional farming, you're gonna need a lot of...
And ang daming ways in traditional farming.
Anyway, attorney, total na pag-uusapan na rin lang yung mga food security and all that. Anong masasabi mo? Ang baba na raw ng presyo ng kwan.
Ng bigas.
Oo. Ano?
Well, I think there is presently a move to compel NFA to buy the rice of the farmers. Ito kasi yan, sir. The problem was masyadong mahal yung bigas for a time, 'di ba? So to bring down the price, you increase the supply, 'di ba?
Oo.
Demand supply, it's economics eh. Yun nga lang, import sobrang dami, 'di ba?
Ayun.
So ngayon problema naman natin, baksak na presyo ng kanin, kawawa na kanin tuloy bigas. Kawawa naman yung local farmers. So ang pwede dyan gawin is yun nga, you create a system to at least cushion the blow on the part of the farmers because una-una kawawa naman talaga, di ba? Tapos pangalawa, besides you cushion the blow, next is you provide a means para makapag-transition sila into something perhaps more productive or lucrative, di ba?
Tama.
May nabasa ko before, iba yung kalamansi, gagawin na yata nilang or it could be coffee or it could be cacao. Kasi there's a projected shortage of cacao in the near future. Eh.
Really? Ayun pala eh.
So yun, 'di ba? Yun na. So we have to help them transition. We have to help them transition.
But you know, in that connection, no? Yung kwan, you said you were growing mga herbs, gano'n?
Yes. Arugula nga pala, meron din ako.
Oo, ha? You know, pwedeng magkaroon ng commercial value yan, ano?
Meron. Kasi when it comes to freshness, you can't beat freshness kapag you farm and harvest practically at the point of consumption already.
You mean, a neighborhood can all grow yung ganyang way, ano?
Yes.
And then you can have a
supply.
cooperative.
Yes.
Supply
Well,
restaurants.
That's the idea when I had the talk sa Gawad Kalinga sa Cavite. They were looking into other activities they can engage in. Then I talked to them about yun nga, yung hydroponics and aquaponics.
How was the response?
Very, very interested, diba? Of course, mas older sila. So, yung punchline mo dyan is, magandang hapon po. Alam niyo ba yung kantang to na magtanim ay, then they're able to fill in the lines, di ba? Maghapon na ka, diba? At sabihin ko, well,
You don't have to.
you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that because modern technologies will make it not necessarily 100% hassle-free, but definitely easier and more productive and more secure for people.
That's a good.
Yeah, diba? And that's where the appeal is.
Attorney, niluluto mo ba naman yung...
Yes po. Ang
What do you cook?
Salad.
based on but based on the yung feedback dun sa group where we share our progresses, diba? Ang pinakamabenta dyan yung rosemary kasi it's hard to grow eh. So, na-show them ang daming rosemary, tapos bumili ako ng chicken na fillet sa grocery.
Ay,
Rosemary chicken, lagay ka ng garlic, salt, pepper, diba? Tapos, lagyan mo kuha ka ng lemon.
Rosemary ba yung pampagood breath?
Hindi ko alam. No.
Pwede rin, kasi ang bango ng rosemary.
Hindi ba yun yung you bite it, you chew it?
Or baka mint. Mint is another.
Yeah, that's another.
I also have mint.
Wow,
Mint is a prolific grower. Ang dami talaga. Tapos gawa ka mojito, unlimited. When you have your friends around.
Yeah,
Pag sabihin,
cocktails.
so walang wastage. Kasi if you buy sa grocery, ang dami niyan, hindi mo maubusin lahat. Tapan mo pagkatapos.
Ikaw, you just pick it when you need it.
Yes. So it's in line
Very
with sustainable diba, sustainability in reducing your carbon footprint.
So yan ho ang latest status symbol.
Yes.
You should have something like that at home.
Your own garden, your own herb
Sali,
garden.
sali po kayo dun sa Facebook group Metroponics, Aquaponics in Metro Manila.
So people
Ayun,
can
sali
join
kayo.
and then they'll learn how to do it from
Yes.
that side.
Kasi nandun na din yung mga articles being shared, personal experiences of those who are building,
Into it,
operating, and maintaining a farm na soilless here in the city.
Naku, attorney, dapat magkaroon ka ng awards. I mean, yung
At the best,
you
ano?
give awards to people who do this because I think it's revolutionary. I mean, it's progressive.
Let's start a group, di ba?
Maganda yun.
Actually, since we're talking about that, ang malaking aquaponics system ngayon sa Don Bosco.
Wow.
Kasi they have an orphanage and their problem was they couldn't feed their kids, di ba?
Where?
In Makati. Here.
Saan ba yun?
Yung loob, yung tuloy, not one of those tuloy houses.
I'm not sure kung saan in specifically yung orphanage sila, but if we Google it, mahanap naman natin yan eh.
Okay.
And they have so many kids, diba? And now they're able to sustain their needs because they have an aquaponics farm there. Yung isda, yung
It's
gulay.
thriving.
It's thriving. Yung extra surplus, they sell it na rin. So fresh yung
So
produce.
they make money pa.
Yes. And it's a clear proof that this is economically viable.
Ano ang ratio ng ilang isda ang kailangan to produce a plot of,
Depende.
Paano yun? Ikaw,
Usually yung ratio po niyan is kunyari may 1 tank ka, yung proportion between this and yung mga grow beds. Pagdating sa yun nga kung saan ka magpapalaki is 1:1. So kung meron kang 1,000 liters na IBC tank na may maraming isda, 'di ba? You can have like 4 na tig 250 liters na grow beds. 'Di ba?
Ayun, grow beds at
Grow
tawag pala
beds.
dun sa plot.
So pump ka, may filter ka, bilang papasok, tapos babalik dun sa may sump ka, tapos ikot-ikot lang, nag-recirculate.
Parang naglalaro na. No?
And you can even increase that.
Fun.
Kapag mature na yung system mo, you can turn the ratio to 1:2. So kunyari, 1 IBC tank ka, meron kang 4, pero mong 1 is IBC tank, 8. Diba? Ang hinahabol mo kasi dyan, ma'am, yung nitrates yung nutrient na nakukuha from the poo of pati yung minerals,
The
diba?
poo of the fish.
So malaking bagay din dyan yung feeds ng fish, diba?
Pero anong klaseng isda? Pwede bang goldfish? Or
Pwede, but
bangus?
bangus mahirap kasi usually salt water or brackish water yung bangus eh.
So ano dapat?
Yung madalas na ginagamit is tilapia.
Tilapia.
So I have lots of tilapia at home, red tilapia. Laki na nila, mga ganyan
So
sila
ano
kalaki.
yun? Niluluto mo rin yun, ha?
Well, that's the plan, but take care of them and everything. You start to have an
Don't want to
attachment.
eat you because I took care of
Ay,
you.
pinaglaban mo. Sinundo mo pa yung mga
Oo.
yung ganyan pala sa kaliliit
Oo.
dati, diba?
It's like a pet.
Now, do I
Oh.
need how many people to take care of my
Ah,
garden?
Ito, sir, I have 36 square meters na pinapagamit sa akin. There's only one person who maintains it, diba? One
Ang
person
galing,
can do
ha?
it.
Yes.
In the morning, siguro 30 minutes lang, you do your errands, pakainin mo mga isda, tinan mo kapag may mga peste, prune-prune na onte, di ba? Kuha ka ng pechay for breakfast, di ba? Onting sili.
Picture for
Wow.
breakfast.
Oo.
Ang galing, ha?
Yung pechay, laki na nga eh.
Oh.
Hindi ko alam kung i-harvest ko na ba or gusto ko pa makita how big it can still grow.
Oh.
So may mga conundrum ka rin na
You know, you should try pechay omelette.
Pwede.
O,
Pwede.
diba?
Really?
Next time naman lagay tayo ng mga dito ng mga chicken na rin, di ba? Doon mismo sa ano.
Pwede ba yung kwan, yung nakalawit sa lumpia? Lettuce? How do you call that?
Lettuce.
Oo, yung
Oo.
nakaganon sa lumpia.
Maraming
Lettuce.
Yes. May mga Green Rapids, may Lola Rosa yata yung
Lola
tawag,
Rosa.
may Romaine.
Romaine, yeah.
Daming varieties and they're growing well. They're growing well in the aquaponic
Ang
system.
galing. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and interest in
So
aquaponics.
thank you for having me
Yeah.
around. Thank you for
I think
having
a
me
lot
around.
of people will be interested in
Yeah.
starting their own garden, di ba?
Maybe you should tell them your contact details.
Add nyo po yung Facebook group, Metroponics, Aquaponics in Metro Manila. Tapos doon po nagkakaroon ng exchange pagdating sa mga ideas, mga tips, mga advice insofar as the principles governing it, designing a system, building a system, operating a system, and maintaining the system.
Ayun.
So it's Metroponics, Aquaponics in Metro Manila.
And tell us about your column in the best newspaper in town.
The number one
Wow.
newspaper in town. Meron po akong weekly column every Sunday. It's called Agri Future, kung saan I feature topics involving agriculture here in the Philippines, since we're facing a lot of challenges pagdating sa agrikultura.
Oh, what's the name of the paper?
Daily Tribune. Daily
Okay,
Tribune.
Daily Tribune po.
Oh, daily
Okay.
trip.
Daily
The
Tribune
best.
nga pala, di ba?
Where
Daily
they
Tribune.
tell only the truth.
Yes.
And
Yes,
nothing but.
yes. And we talk about important matters like how to grow your vegetables.
Na
Yes,
importante
I think
because
that's so
of food
important.
security.
Hindi, totoo yun.
Okay.
Yes,
We need
yes.
it.
So it's been wonderful having you here, attorney.
No, it's wonderful to be here, sir.
Attorney, gardener.
Attorney Garden.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your...
It's my pleasure.
We hope to taste your rosemary chicken
Yeah.
Padala ako. I just
We're
grab
looking
it, diba?
forward. Thank you
Okay.
so much po. It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you.